Alright, welcome back guys. This is JMSCLVN. I'm going to be going over how to make a gunshot bass with actual gunshots, percussive sounds, and gnarly bass sounds. So it's turning any percussive sound into a bass gunshot. So I have preloaded up just some drums and some percussive hats and crashes, just so we can hear what it'll sound like into something. So right now I loaded up this Gunshot. This one is a percussive snare, and then we have this like bass one shot. I also want to mention that this tutorial is going to be all stock Ableton audio effects, no external plugins. I'll give you some recommendations if you want to add external plugins, but we're going to just do all stock Ableton. So to start off, you can press Control F to search all. We'll do a reduce ambience. Okay, I'm going to bring this up to like 5. This up just a little bit. Okay, next, duplicate and bring this one down to like, what's that, 12? This would reduce ambience up to 30. Next, we're gonna grab a grain delay. So Control F, grain delay. Turn the hertz to 8.95 hertz. We're gonna go to 25. Well, we got switched to time, but then 25.8 milliseconds. Make sure it's on pitch, random pitch. This needs to be brought up to 16%. I think that should be good. Next, we're going to bring in Moscow. This is sort of advanced, but I'm not getting into all the details of why I'm doing everything. I'm just kind of showing you how to do it. You should be able to follow this if you're just following me as we go. Bring this decay down to 31. Turn your filter on. Bring it down to 375. Bring your color down to like 25. The wet and dry should be 66. Turn our gain up a little bit, 3.57. Oh, let's tune it to E. We can bring the pitch to -5. This one to 12. This one to -3. This one to 9. Next, I would do disperser, but we don't have that in Ableton. So instead, I learned this from Excellent Sounds. You take a EQ3. You take 3 of them, duplicate. I was told the more the merrier, but 3 is what we're gonna go with, because I'm assuming not everyone has a supercomputer. Control G for group. So that's our disperser. We made a disperser there. Next, we're gonna bring out the phaser. So you go to Core Library, Devices, Audio Effects, Legacy. Okay, you got your Yo Man is right there. I'm looking for phaser, so here we go. Drop our phaser in. So yeah, you can find all of your the older effects through Core, Devices, Audio Effects, Legacy. So all the older stuff's right here. So keep it on 4 poles. Let's turn this to 60%. Turn this to 98.2. The frequency. Feedback will be 0.83. I think that's all we change on there. So now it's gonna sound like this. Next, I would personally add a camel crusher, and I would do Britain clean, but since you can pull this off without having to do that. So next we're gonna do an auto filter, and we're gonna go, I think that's 447. And turn your res up like halfway. So now it's gonna sound like this. And EQ8. Take off a little bit of low end. Little bit of gain. Get a little bit of the highs out. Let's take the 4 and do that. Next, we're going to do another disperser. So you can take this one right here that we just made, add it again. Next, look for some OTT. I love this OTT. That's this guy right here. But we're going to do, since we're just doing Ableton stock, let's start with here. This will be 7.6. This will be 3.2. 7.88. Amount's all the way up. Time is all the way up. Input should stay the same, stay the same, stay the same. This should all stay the same. Turn it on here. Bring this up just a little bit past this. There. That looks good without it. Starting to bring in that high end. Next, another disperser. And after that, bring in another EQ8. We're going to take out some mids. Bring your Q to around 1.7. Your gain will be minus 6.32. Let's change the frequency to around 300. And then 4, we're going to go here. Just bring it up a little bit. Q to 2.7. Next, we're going to do another EQ down to 170. Bring the Q up ever so slightly. After that, let's grab saturator, soft clip on. We're going to do wave shaper. Let's turn the decibels up 6 point, like almost 7. Next, Control F, another grain delay. Make sure it's on frequency. Make sure we're at 48. Make sure we're on time. Just bring it down a little bit. We're in the home stretch here. Let's do a glue compressor. Glue it all together. Put on the soft clip. Let's just go to an EQ8 and we will cut the lows. Cut it at like 206. Do another glue compressor. Soft clip. Okay, that's it for the gun stabs. We can kind of group this all together and you can save it as a rack if you want. But turn it off. And now we get okay, cool. I made these patterns. Honestly, you would wanna, I find that if you can shorten it up a little bit and get rid of the tails, it sounds better. So let's just do that. It just gets rid of some unneeded reverb because this is giving some reverb. So let's just see what this sounds like once we get rid of it. Although, by the way, you can do this with not just sounds, but like if you're gonna use Serum and you want to make like a crazy clap or something like that, it works with that too, or a gunshot in there. You can play with the lengths of your shots here. And since, let me just save real quick. So you can either now, let's hear it with, you know, I added sub to it as well. So for this, I just added a long sub, and this is a cool trick I learned through frequency. You take a gate, add it to your sub, call this stabs so it's easier to find. So you go to your floor, turn your floor down, turn the return down, open up your side chain, and have it side chain to stabs. So before it's just one long note. And now you turn the stabs on. It happened to land on it pretty good, but if you don't like the way it's hitting, you can adjust the threshold. Want that to hit, so you got to turn it up more. Now you have sub sidechain to your stabs. But what I usually do is I use something like this as like a top layer. Let me grab this MIDI, so drop in some serum. We'll throw an E in there. Probably E2. Do my one of my signature basses. So this is usually what I'll do. Give it some beef. We'll duplicate that so you get it. So that'll be my low end, and then this will be the top bass there. So together it sounds something like, let's just show everything so you can see it. Obviously you can put some more rhythm in there, but you can also instead of that, you can do more of a, let's see, let's find like rhythm. Sound like, so like 1 2 1 2, and then you have your constant, and then the opposite kind of almost call and response, but it's all in one spot. Let me turn on my beef. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I went through a couple other things that I think would be useful. Let me know what you think of this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time. Later, guys.